With this video, I'm going to show you a 5-minute routine that you can do to warm up your voice. Now, I at the moment am sitting in a yoga studio on a yoga mat, but this is for anybody, anywhere, anytime. This is really a fantastic routine, especially if you're seated at a desk, in a car, thinking about the places where we can just give ourselves a little bit more ease and open up our voice. So finding a comfortable seat, join me if you want on the floor with crossed legs or sit on a chair. You could do this standing if it's more accessible to you. Find your comfortable position. And we're just going to begin through moving through the hips, making small circles with your hips. And you can extend them, make them bigger. Switching your sides, and as you do this, bring your awareness to your jaw and your tongue, making sure that the jaw and the tongue are soft. There's no teeth clenching going on, making the circles a bit smaller. There we go. With the hands either on the knees or on the thighs, as you breathe in, we're going to round through and open up through the chest. So breathe in, draw your shoulder blades together on your back body and look up. Breathe out, rounding through the spine as you look down. Breathing in, shoulder blades together on the back, looking up. Breathing out, rounding through the spine. A few more rounds. Go at your own rhythm. Again, just checking in that there's no jaw clenching, that the tongue is soft on the floor of the mouth. And coming to the middle. Grounding down through your right hand as you extend up through your left, twisting from the middle. If you want, look to the side or look upwards onto your left armpit. Make sure your shoulder blade is drawing back. Breathing into the open stretch side, seeing if you can create a little bit more space here for yourself between the ribs. Exhale, switching sides, grounding left. Inhale, opening up through the right side body. Twisting very slightly to the right here. The main point is stretching through the sides. So breathing into this space, creating space. Breathing out, softening. Coming back to the middle. As we move up to the shoulders, just begin to roll through your shoulders. Sometimes we carry a lot of tension up here. Making sure the jaw is soft, tongue is soft, cheeks are soft. Switching the side, circle direction. And shake out your arms. Interlace the fingers behind your back, opening up through the back body again. Chest is forward, taking 2 deep breaths in. Out through the mouth. And again, breath in. Out through the mouth. Coming back, rounding through your back like you would as if you were diving, making a nice round position. And come back. Shake out the arms. We're going to come up here to the jaw. Imagine that you're opening up your mouth really wide like in a yawn, and then bring your lips together as if you'd be puckering up to kiss someone. And that's one fluid movement. Great, now blowing out through your lips. Press the lips together as you do, make sure the teeth are not clenching. One more time if you need to. Press the index fingers into your cheek to help. Great. Placing one or both hands on the low belly. My navel is here, so placing the hands below that. As you breathe in, imagine that you're pushing out this area in all directions. It's like you have an air balloon under your hand, and you're pushing out the low belly in all directions to connect to the in-breath. As you breathe out, draw it in towards your spine actively as you exhale on an S sound, the sound of a snake. So you can see here my low belly expands as I breathe out. Breathe in, and as I breathe out, draw it in with do that twice more. Make sure your cheeks are soft. One more time. breathing normal. And again, if you need to shake it out or move, perhaps rolling through the neck a few rounds. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension in the back of the shoulders. Just let any movement here be super intuitive, but also loving and gentle. We're going to come back to the exercise we just did, this blowing through the lips. And this time I want you to activate your vocal folds. So imagine that you're making the sound of a car. Again, if that's difficult for you, place your index fingers into the cheeks, it will help. And now if you can, breathe in, think about pushing out the low belly as you do, and as you breathe out, move from low to high in your range on this sound. I'm going to demo it for you. I'm breathing in, I push out my low belly. I breathe out, I go from low to high. I'm going to do that again. And as I'm breathing out, I am pulling that point in, just like we did on the S. And I'll go from high to low. Great. Again, if you need to shake it out, shake it out. We've just got one more exercise. For this one, I want you to place the hand very softly on the crown of the head. Left or right, it really doesn't matter. Just placing one hand on the crown of the head. Going to breathe in, think about blowing out the low belly. As you breathe out, hold the sound of an M, like mother. But when you do, your tongue is lying on the floor of the mouth. The tip of the tongue is very gently touching the back of the bottom teeth. To say that differently, it's like you have an O inside your mouth or like an egg on your tongue. Okay, breathing in with me. One hand on the low belly, blow it out, one hand on the crown. Breathe out on M, draw the low belly in, and think your sound up into your hand. We're going to do this a few times. Keep repeating this a few more rounds in your own way, and as you do, let the sound be soft, it's not loud. Check that everything here is relaxed and light, that you have the O in your mouth. Think the sound is active here. When it's working, you'll know, because you'll start to feel the vibrations, the resonance from your vocal cords. You're going to feel them through your skull in your hand. So one more time for you. And then feeling into the space, being aware of what you're noticing in your body. Now you should feel open, grounded, stable. You should feel activated. The voice should sound, if you're speaking, it should sound clear. What you could do if you wanted to take this into a longer, more extended vocal activation practice is, if it's for speaking, you could just start practicing by reading the paper aloud, or if you need to work on a speech, you could practice part of your speech, or if you're a teacher, you could practice aloud something that you often say. You could also just read your favorite poem aloud, and this is just the idea of practicing the voice, and we're basically placing and setting and aligning the voice by doing this. That's why I always recommend doing a practice like this in the morning to align yourself for the day, and or if you have a lot of speaking commitments, do that beforehand. Now, if your interest is more in singing and toning and voice alchemy, or perhaps even mantra singing, now you could then run in and do some vocal scales. So working with a keyboard perhaps, or a guitar if you have one, and just going through some light vocal scales, and that's going to help activate more intensely your singing voice and then prepare you for toning, mantra singing, or singing your favorite song.